Alright, thanks for watching, and today I will show you how to calculate a limit using the epsilon-delta definition of a limit. So let's show that limit x goes to 2 of, 3x plus 5 equals to 11. Now, intuitively, what you learned in calculus, this means as x goes to 2, 3x plus 5 goes to 11. So in other words, if x minus 2 is small, the difference of the outputs is small as well. So 3x plus 5 minus 11 is small too. As x goes to 2, 3x plus 5 goes to 11. That's the intuitive definition. And now we want to make this more rigorous. And to do this, let me give you an equivalent formulation. So rigorously, no matter how small, we can make absolute value of x minus 2 as small, no matter how small, by making absolute value of x minus 2 small enough, we can make the output 3x plus 5 minus 11 as small as we like. We want maybe. Convince yourself that it is true. In other words, by making the input small enough, we can make the output as small as we want. So if your friend is like, hey, make it like 1 milliliter small, you can do it. Make it 1 nanoliter small, you can also do it, no matter how small. And now, let me tell you the rigorous math definition and convince yourself that this is true. So mathematically, for all epsilon goes to 0, there is a delta greater than 0 such that for all x, if the input is small, x minus 2 is less than delta, then 3x plus 5 minus 11 is less than epsilon. So again, forget all this fluff. All that this says is, if you make this small enough, okay, x minus 2 is less than delta, then this is as small as you want. And why is it as small as you want? Because you have some leeway in choosing the epsilon. You can have epsilon be, again, 1 milliliter, 1 nanoliter. No matter how small you want, you can always make this as small as you want by just letting x be close enough to 2. That said, this was just some gibberish, and it doesn't really show you how to do epsilon-delta problems. Now let me tell you how to do epsilon-delta problems. So let's calculate limit x goes to 2 of 3x plus 5 equals to 11. And interestingly, this is like writing an essay. You first want to do some prep work, like your first draft, and then you want to write your essay. So the first thing, it's interesting because it seems like it's going in reverse, but remember that's just the first draft. In the second step, you want to write the proof. And in this first step, what's very important is this thing. There is a delta. And whenever you see there is, it means you have to find it. So our first step is to find delta. It's like finding Nemo, but with delta. And to find delta, again, that's very weird. You want to use this formula here. So somehow from this, you want to fish out your delta. And again, it's not clear why this is true, but remember, that's just the first draft. So 3x plus 5 minus 11 less than epsilon. Just calculate this. So 3x minus 6 is less than epsilon. And the nice thing is, notice, here a 3 pops out. So you can factor out 3. So 3 times x minus 2 is less than epsilon. And notice, and this will always be true in those easy problems, your x minus 2 will just pop out. So x minus 2 is less than epsilon over 3. And again, in this easy problem, this is true. I will show you how to do this for harder problems. And so this calculation should tell you, hey, you can actually find a delta. So how about, would the delta be epsilon over 3? And again, this is just, your rough draft. Now we want to put everything in order. So it's not clear that this is actually the answer because you just went in reverse. And now let's go back to our forward step. So let's write down our proof. So step 2. Again, our answer. And we want to go this step by step. So for our epsilon, that just means let epsilon be given. So you suppose your friend gives you epsilon. Okay. And let delta be whatever you found. Epsilon over 3. So we took care of that, we took care of that. And now, suppose x, so let x be given. Or maybe then, for all x, if x minus 2 is less than delta, again, for all x, if this is true, then, now let's focus on the important thing, absolute value of 3x plus 5 minus 11, well look, you already calculated it, but let's just do it again. That's 3x minus 6, okay? Then 3 factors out, x minus 2. And now use the fact that x minus 2 is less than delta. So if x minus 2 is less than delta, then this whole thing is less than 3 delta. But remember, delta is epsilon over 3. So it's 3 times epsilon over 3. And lo and behold, this is epsilon. So indeed, you have shown that if x minus 2 is less than delta, then 3x plus 5 minus 11 is less than epsilon. And then you're basically done. So if you want this thing, 3x plus 5 minus 11 is less than epsilon. And then you can put a little box here that gives you your victory because you have shown your epsilon delta proof and you've shown rigorously that this limit is 11. So you see, it's not too bad. It's very systematic, I think, but it's pretty nice. And in the next video, I will show you how to do slightly more complicated case, but not too much more complicated. All right, so if you like that and you want to see more calculus and math videos, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.